Okay. Is that better? Can you hear me now? You can hear me and you're on a cruise? Okay. Sorry, oh, you're in Alaska. Nice, dude. I used to live up there. Tower looks mostly the same. See if we got anything important sitting here.
Check, check, check. Whenever you need me again, Guardian.
Need something new? Eververse has it. It's easy math,
The
Guardian.
malware
You got
set
the silver,
looks very
Eververse has the
vexing.
goods.
I always love to see it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Alaska is... So when I was up there, when I lived there, Alaska, I would say they were about 10 years behind the continental United States, just in how, like, cell phone technology and how things like that were working, but
Our inventory is stocked, so
oh, nice.
no rush.
By that. Ghosts are up here, aren't they? I'm sure. Yeah, dude, Alaska is it's great, but yeah, like I said, everything when I was living there was like 10 years behind the continental U.S. So I imagine the gap is a lot more narrow now than it was then. But
A transaction to make, Guardian?
okay, so I've been wanting that one, and it has not dropped for the life of me. So I'll definitely take it. All right. So we're rocking solar. Let's switch this grand. Let's throw that on and Grenadier. It says.
Ready to rest.
I don't have time for this.
Upgrade armor. Okay.
Circumstances change, but the data
Health,
remains.
melee.
Always.
Okay, so this is all new. Class. Super. Okay, melee. So, mobility doesn't seem to be a thing anymore, because all of this is... all of this has changed.
Speak to me not of the darkness. I want no part.
I guess it's official.
Let's see what we've got for mods. Okay, so now it's master working at 5. Okay, so plus 10 to health. Or we can do a plus 5. All of this looks fairly similar. And then, of course, we'll get seasonal mods from...
New worlds mean new secrets.
Let's go ahead and My class is kind of
I can
lacking right
definitely
now,
fix
so let's
this.
punch up that.
Guardian, what puzzles do you bear?
Ah, Rahul, never change, buddy. Never, ever change.
There. I can fix this.
This is Zavala's top priority right now.
Okay, so we got the new, wait a second, hang on. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, so I gave myself like 45 minutes to download the new update, and
I can
it was
definitely
not
fix
enough
this.
time. It wasn't enough time. Well, so mine was 132. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch this. Yeah, mine was 132.77 and gave myself 45 minutes to download it. And the speed kept going from like I'm supposed to
What
get,
follows light
hang
and
on, I'll shut up
shadow
here.
is silence. That silence breaks. I am summoning you as a new age begins.
Oh, okay. So that just crashed. Was it the whole Xbox app that crashed? Yeah, the Xbox app just crashed, probably caused by Destiny 2. I think you'll be able to use your Red War stuff. I think you'll be able to use whatever you want. It's just they redid armor completely again. Yeah, like I said, I was surprised I was able to get right in, because that is usually not the fucking case.
Remember, I will remind you.
Okay, so we just missed the cinematic.
I'm sure you will.
It was actually the
But not
Xbox
through
app.
me.
It wasn't the.
Find someone else. My will is my own.
Okay, so the emissary, something just happened with her. Oh, that's right, because you've got the, she's been around for a while. She was around before the Final Shape. I can help you with the Final Shape campaign, since, crossplay's a thing.
I think it's safe to say this is what's disrupting our beacons.
Oh, Ikora, the baddest of all of our badasses.
I've seen primitive trains like this in old ruins. Never liked the look of them. These readings have a bearing. Gravimetric distortions leading out past orbit. Like footprints. Like a trail we're meant to follow. Guardian, I'm sending coordinates your way. It appears we have an invitation.
I'll becometh a legend another day. Yeah, Destiny, this is... I mean,
Guardian, welcome to Kepler, as the Vanguard Archive calls it. The gravimetric distortions we tracked from the EDZ are tangled in an excess of dark matter. In our records, this planetoid was confirmed to be unoccupied and inert. But these readings indicate a singularity. Something's keeping this planetoid stable and our matter intact, but... Guardian, there's a black hole here on Kepler. This is dangerous. If at any point this singularity destabilizes, it could swallow us and take the entire Sol system with it. We need to find whoever sent our invitation. They need our help.
I don't know that I'm ever going to get used to the new Ikora voice. Because I haven't played since Destiny 1 beta. I mean, off and on. I've come and gone from the game, as a lot of people have. That voice was kind of ringing in my head. That is an aircraft carrier.
Guardian, I can see you've got Elixni hostiles incoming. I'm picking up what I think is a distress signal. I've been able to isolate a radio signal through the telemetry. It has some primitive decryption on it. Should only take me a moment. Watch your head. I've never seen Elixni move like this. Mind their vertical, Guardian.
I personally felt that Kylo should have maybe been the hunter, but or also maybe just have them be universal to every class. Like, why do the Titans get all the good shit? Why do they get to be Darth Vader?
Mayday. Lodi transmitting. Strange matter detected. Singularity opening near local HI and NHI population.
I can't tell when this Mayday was sent. Whoever made it understands the danger this place is in.
Ikora, it looks like we've got a blockade up ahead.
that's an interesting reload. Yes, that is an insanely long reload. I'm hoping that... I imagine the catalyst will probably shorten it or something. I mean, if not, I might have to go solar, go gunslinger to see if that, It really should. You're not wrong, Graxy. You're not wrong at all.
A singularity, a distress call, and now another ancient train. But how do they all connect? More importantly, how can we help? The status of the singularity will worsen with time. We can't do anything about that right this moment. But discovering a locking mechanism this complex and a radio transmission that sounds human means we could be on the precipice of encountering another pocket of civilization. By my triage, the most effective thing we can do right now is find the source of the distress signal. The trail we're following leads past the train, then scatters. We'll need to get through to find who called for help. The mechanism here appears to be missing some pieces. I've tracked materials nearby that closely match the frequency of the device. Find them, Guardian.
Gimme, all right.
Lodi transmitting. Status Moon 6. Adrift. Odysseus protocol active.
Odysseus Protocol. We've heard that before. Wait, there's a backlog. Keep moving, Guardian. I'm going to see if these transmissions can give us any more information. Dark matter spike in your vicinity. Could be one of the gravimetric distortions Drifter was talking about. Guardian, you all right? Your vitals stabilized. Must be a fluke.
Well, this sure is new. All your vitals appear to be in order, but your molecules are moving unbelievably fast.
Guardian, this energy pattern is distinct from your expected paracausal signature. It matches the dark matter readings from when we landed. It appears you've managed to somehow fuse with dark matter.
Yeah, well, maybe it's the... they got rid of mobility. That's obnoxious. Yeah, I mean it's not. I guess we have to escape through here instead of. It's not. It's not what we're. It's not what I'm used to movement-wise. That's for sure. Okay, now how do I... Oh, there we go. So you had to fall... I had to fall through that, which... Yeah, hopefully they fine-tune it a little bit. Oh, you can interrupt the cooldown. So that's kind of nice. Hey, Sop, welcome back, buddy. Okay, so we have to go in there, it looks like. Alright, so where's the other one? 15 seconds? Think I can make it?
Why send a train to invite us to a black hole? It seems whoever sent our invitation values consistency and catastrophic interference.
About that. I got info, but you're not gonna like it.
Try me.
The gravimetric distortions, the dark matter, the weird train, an invitation?
Yeah, Graxy, I hear
There's
you, buddy.
only one group of jokers I know who get up to those kinds of theatrics.
It's the same.
The Nine.
Well, that certainly is a theory. Although I would expect to have already heard from the emissary if that was the case.
Although they never did bring in the overpower to PvE. Okay. Alright, that's obnoxious.
I'm going to rerun the telemetry to see if I can find another radio transmission. Get us some answers.
Achieved precarious stabilization, but still request evacuation due to hostile NHI. If we can't close the singularity, we're pulling everyone in with us. Anyone? You out there?
Odd. The timestamp on this transmission doesn't make sense. It comes after the Mayday, but the timestamp says it was recorded many months before. Either someone is intentionally trying to scramble these transmissions, or the singularity is causing more problems than we thought.
Whoop. Wow, are they letting... Okay, so anti-barrier, scout, and pulse, unstoppable sidearm, and hand cannon, and then... So we're getting some overlap in some of these. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be rolling in blues for a little bit. I mean, I'm guessing enhancement cores are still going to be a thing, right? They want us to go that way.
It's the same Elixir combatants from earlier. They are persistent. Stay vigilant and don't let them come back again.
thought I'd recognize those symbols. This is the House of Exile.
What is causing that? Alright, so those shanks. Alright, okay, cool. Charge 3 pylons.
The last time we encountered these Elixni was on Luna. They're called the Exiles because each of them were exiled from their original house.
Are you kidding me? So we have to Matter Spark inside of there to get our loot?
That's the last of them, and we've got what we need. Let's head back to the train and see if we can't get past that blockade.
No more transmissions on the backlog, and the timestamps are all off. Keep heading for the train. Maybe we can triangulate a location.
Okay, so... How... How the hell do we get out of here? Oh, right there. Yeah, so far I'm not a fan of this Matter Spark thing. Maybe it'll grow on me, maybe it'll improve it, but...
Suppose you're right, Drifter, and we are dealing with the Nine. You have the most experience with them. What did you observe in your interactions?
Rumor has it the Nine are extra-dimensional. Caught in the gravity of Sol's heaviest hitters. You know, planets, moons, stuff like that. There are aliens, and there are aliens. And these guys are aliens. They don't live in this dimension, which means they can mess with you.
The Nine can scheme all they like, but until they affect the real world, let's not give them more power than they actually possess.
You trespass the domain of the once exile, chosen of the Giver. I am of this orbit, speaker of the voice invisible.
Interesting. That Elixni wasn't an Archon. I wonder what that was all about.
In the wake of destruction, one exile falls, and three more rise.
Uh-oh, we're dealing with Hydra
Hold
here.
on. That same voice, this Archon's voice, is coming from another Elixni. I'm not sure what's going on.
Exiles! I prophesied the deathless arrival. Creatures cradled and kissed by the infinite curse of the great machine.
Deathless? That sounds like you, Guardian, but, derogatory.
Grand design bids us destroy them. Bring death to the deathless. Fulfill the destiny of the House of Exile. Strengthen the singularity and ascend.
That voice is coming from another Elixni.
Oh, the stomp.
I still don't understand how that voice jumped from one exile to another. The Witness could possess, but that required a civilization's worth of darkness. Could something have drawn them here? Maybe the high concentration of dark matter is boosting this Archon connection to darkness.
Darkness is about connection of memory, but it
8
doesn't
gigs
work like
to go.
that.
Man, oh man.
And dark matter, in spite of the name, has nothing to do with darkness.
So this is something else entirely. Huh. One of the Archon's lackeys dropped something.
Ophiuchus's energy readings are spiking. This is a container of dark matter, the same connected to the singularity. Don't let that go.
Hold it. Who do you work for, and what's your business here?
Telemetry originates at this location, but the signal is weak.
What are you doing here?
We're Guardians, from Earth's Vanguard. Circumstances suggest we were invited, but we don't know who sent the invitation.
Earth?
Have you been here a while?
I have journal entries tallying 4 weeks, but my 5 o'clock shadow says a day. Something's wrong with time. It's my job to investigate. You picked up something that's special to the people here. Use it. I'll see you on the other side. We can talk there. You can,
I won't let it go.
tell me all about Earth.
It's gonna bother me the whole time we're involved with this Lodi guy. If you're
That's
a fan
the
of
man who
American
sent the
classic
distress
rock, you know
signal.
the band Creedence
But he
Clearwater
didn't
Revival.
seem in distress.
They have a
Something's
song called
wrong
Lodi.
with time.
And every time
I'm
I hear
curious
his
as to how our
name,
contact intends to fix it.
I just
Those
Oh,
observations
Lord,
seem to be correct.
And we just got here. There's
Rolling
probably
through
a
my
whole
head
mess
every
of
time.
time nonsense just around the corner.
Agreed. This train's temporal presence is concerning.
That's the least of our worries. The real head-scratcher is our new friend seeing the people here.
Ikora did say she suspected sentient life.
Alright, so I suspect just based on the number of these things that we can use to transform into the Matter Spark, a lot of stuff is going to be hidden in tiny little nooks and crannies that you can only get to using Matter Spark.
Sorry for all that earlier. My name's Lodi. My introductions aren't usually that rude. Come on, let me show you around. Your companion gave me a debrief about your mission before she insisted on meeting the scientists here.
Scientists?
Oh yeah, the Ionians are brilliant. They've been great hosts since I showed up here a few weeks back.
Objects from a different time were sent to us, like we were called or invited. Did you get one too?
Of sorts. I got a call of my own. I hope your ride was smoother than mine. Are you headed back to Earth after?
Are you asking for a ride?
It's just conversation. Appreciate the offer. I'm staying with the locals for a while. Time distortions all over this place. The Elixni make it hard to traverse further out. Fascinating, aren't they? You know, the language structure is similar to Finnish. Keep an eye out for the House of Exiles. They didn't like me getting close with my recorder. If you're here to sort out the time anomaly, it sounds like we're on the same side. I'll help you look into your calling card. You help the locals with some of the weightier tasks. You seem like you can handle yourself.
Oh, it's Slimer, bro. It's Slimer.
First in a few words. I can appreciate that.
Might be. Yeah, I wish they would let us put ornaments on whatever. Because I would much prefer to have my General Grievous look intact. That's not my first strand meditation, bro. Or overthrow, or...
These Ionians were able to temporarily stabilize the singularity. They prevented their planet from splitting until someone could help. I'm as surprised as you they've eluded us for so long, but this place is shrouded in dark matter. It could have cloaked the presence of sentient life from the outside. Ghost, did you find the source of the distress signal?
We've made contact with Lodi, here in the settlement. He's offered to help us look into our invitation, if we help the people here. He seems trustworthy, but his presence here feels very... convenient.
Yeah, by the look of him, I'd say he's as out of place as we are.
Alright, Morai, there's an exotic chess piece. Yeah, he's definitely a tiny. Okay, so new. Okay. D2 doth be done. Excellent. Crucible obscure and first engram. Pass ends in 55 days. So... okay, so it looks like 110 total levels. $55 days, I mean, as long as you're getting a couple levels a day, you should be okay. Third iteration skin. I assume, is that the bright ingredients? What are these? Portal activities gear. Engram with an untapped potential. Consider random tiered weapon or armor piece. Because yeah, I think I think armor and weapons now have tiers from 1 to 5 based on the difficulty of the activity that you're doing. I guess they're not giving us the catalyst for that. Maybe it's probably through the gunslinger or something. Or the gun. That is something we'll probably be dealing with later. Teddy, calm down, buddy.
Hello? This is Lodi. Ms. Ray said you received my distress call. Ms. Ray asked that I contact the little Sputnik to work with you both on next steps.
Sputnik?
Is there something I should call you? Apart from Guardians, of course.
This is the Guardian. You can call them Guardian, thank you. I am called Ghost.
Pleasure to be working with you, Mr. Ghost. The Ionians are in less dire straits now, but if anything triggers the singularity, we risk losing the planetoid. Between a black hole on one side and the Archon on the other, the locals had no choice but to seal their settlement. They've been trying to track down that capsule you picked up for ages. Head to the big mechanism at the center of the village. The Ionians call it the Altar of Relativity.
Oh, looks like we were too soon. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it later. This not the altar? Did we not just look at this a minute ago and it said it was the altar of relativity? Well, this is a rather small zone.
Guardian, the trail we followed here to this planetoid is the strongest through that mechanism.
The singularity must be beyond there. Contained thanks to the Ionians. If Drifter's right, the source of our invitation and the source of the singularity are one and the same. I think the 9 are here. Keep this to yourselves for the moment. Our top priority is stabilizing this planetoid, unless the 9 plan to interfere. They're not a concern.
Lodi, we're at the altar.
Mr. Ghost, this is Lodi. Excellent. Go ahead and drink the contents.
Drink?
No, that can't be right. You do not want to do that. Just say again, do not drink the dark matter in that container. Pour the contents into the mechanism. Hold on, I was provided a diagram. I am so sorry. Ionian verbs change based on the size and shape of the container. I'm still getting a hang of the beverage cutoff. Seems to be somewhere around 2 liters. Anyways, the canister contents need to get poured into the mechanism, and all you need to do is drop it in.
Alright, Lodi's kind of funny. I'll give him that. I mean, he's no Cade, but... Yeah, the new portal is like a hub sort of thing, so you don't have to, I don't know, fly your ship anywhere anymore or manually select things.
Guardian, Mr. Ghost, allow me to introduce you to Dean Rebecca, leader of the Ionians.
Dean Rebecca. I've never heard the name Dean. It's beautiful.
Well, the Ionians use a sort of academic hierarchy from what I can tell. And wait, you've never heard the title Dean before?
No. Is it an Ionian name?
No, they use it as a mark of high status here. Oh, and so you know, they haven't seen other humans in centuries. Be patient with them. Our presence here is tremendously significant.
Well, who doesn't need lost sectors launched faster?
Translating what I can, the Dean's honored to encounter the first new humans in centuries. She says the Ionians' deity, the thing they call the Holy Anomaly, is on the other side of the altar, threatened by the Singularity. The capsule we put into the altar stabilizes rings of the lock to keep the Singularity contained. It's a collection of dark matter she called a Strangelet. You'll need to get through the lock if you want to find out what's on the other side. We'll need your muscle, Guardian.
Give me a second here. There you go, right there. Let me know if you got it, Graxy. There you go. definitely go through and equip some of these wounds that I've been snagging. With the light level up or the power level up. Yeah, I got the request. I'll Oh, hi, Dex. Okay. I'm not sure why it's showing me offline. I'm clearly not. Maybe it's a bug. Motherfucker, go. Nope, that's not the line. Over here.
So Lodi, tell me more about how you got here. The more we know, the better chance we can find a solution.
All I know is I woke up here 4 weeks ago in a singed suit. I don't remember how I got here. I know I'm from Earth. I remember my family, but not much else.
That sounds like how a light bearer would wake up, but you don't have a ghost.
No, I'm alive. I mean, you probably know more about this place than I do. But I do remember hearing Guardians have a complicated relationship with memory. Is there any truth to that?
That's a fairly common question. Guardians forget who we were before our first resurrection. We forget in exchange for the light.
Shame. Feels cool.
Yeah, Bungie's gonna bungee. They're always gonna bungee.
Drifter, you brought them my message, capsized. Find my frequency. I'm not Neon.
No way. Orin. Neon. Orin, what happened to you? I thought you were locked in as the Nine's errand runner. You were gone.
Yes, but my memory is a mess. It's all vetiver. Oh, damn it. Rig transponder. You can pinpoint my location.
I know quite a few words. What is vetiver? I'm gonna have to Google that shit. Okay, hang on a second. Let's... Okay, can we still... Yes, we can. Oh, it... Okay, so these just cost enhancement cores now. Okay, so we can upgrade our current gear. A fragment extract, or essential oil obtained from the root of an Indian grass used in perfumery and aromatherapy. I'm just gonna say, what the fuck? Okay, you see here, I think we're running into the problem with old gear compared to new. You see how, so I obtained this, I pulled it from old Rahul a little bit ago, and it's got Grenadier, so it looks like it's got more grenade energy on it than something else. But now if you're looking at your old gear, doesn't have... Okay, so it's just on armor, but your old armor doesn't have any of that stuff. So you're going to have to, it looks like, unless it lets you... I mean, unless you don't care about the... I don't know. We'll be replacing with perks that are, you know, geared towards the. You know, actually, let's just make some inventory space real quick. Well, hopefully they adjusted everything. $720 rounds per minute. That is a fast. Let's not do anything with blues right now. I just want to get myself a little more power. Because I know we're gonna be swapping this stuff around. Implement of Curiosity. Okay, so let's just go ahead and unlock that. That's anti-barrier. That's unstoppable. Overload. There we go. I would have to imagine that they balanced it. I would have to, right? They would have to. Because if not, that's very. I mean, I guess it's very Bungie. If we want to go that route, but It kind of feels to me like they are expecting or hoping for new players to
The hell, Orin? Why do you sound like
come
you
into
in
the
a
game, and
dream
so they're
journal?
resetting and simplifying things
Damn
to
it.
make it easier for
I
new
am
players to
Not adjusting to linear time well. I am no longer emissary. I quit.
You quit?
So yeah, I kind of if they're trying to make the game a little more or seem more accessible to new players, that's kind of my guess behind why it seems like they've tweaked.
Thought you'd ascended or something. Become a higher being. I didn't know you could quit being emissary.
Me either. But with the right motivation, anything is Starlight. You'd be proud. I'm molted.
Oh, I have to know what you mean by molted.
Exactly what it sounds like. I wanted my body back. I wanted my will back.
Tell you what, the weapons are all feeling pretty snappy and responsive. Platforming's not my strength, though. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab that.
We gotta find her. She only just found shoes, for Pete's sake. Got your location, Orin. Never thought I'd hear from you again.
Scrambled eggs. I meant to deliver a message, but can't remember what it is. I know the Nine will need a replacement emissary. They will not find one nearby on the X-axis. They will need to search a millennia up and down the Y.
My message found you. I'm Orin, once a Guardian, like you. When I last reached out to the Vanguard, I warned you of the Nine's fallibility. The results of that fallibility are in play now, I think. You will fix it. But how isn't clear. Everything I knew is scattered. My will cleaved from service and rough-hewn clay. It wasn't bloodless. But I know I chose this for a reason. I did. In my memory, when I touch my hand to the moment, I am overcome with dissonance, and another shape, buried in noise, assuming my place. I must speak sharpness to the Drifter. A tint on knowledge held, but still unknown. I'll need your help hunting down the fate that brought us here.
I like her armor. Her armor's fucking cool.
So, Orin, you quit and now you're just here?
Mitosis. Annoying you had to see me like this now. Scrambled eggs and someone else's shoes. How have you been?
Oh, busy. Feet planted on the ground more often than not. Seeing someone new these days.
Oh, good. Good for you. Can't say the same. I've been too busy corralling my electrons. Who are you seeing?
It's, Eris Morn.
You have a type, Drifter. I'm happy for you both. Really.
I guess maybe I should read this out loud. As you access the interface, acknowledge with Rosetta, speaking words from an Ionian into your inner voice. Anomaly blessed, I am Rojan, the Altar's technician, and the one honored to deliver what help we can. We offer in awe our finding stages. Should you see fit, your impressive drone, I guess they mean the ghost, will receive actionable data to locate strange lit capsules and use the Altar's relativistic connection with them as a cipher to pass into the cordoned regions of Kepler. With our current integrations and research, you will gain access to the Central Academy and the Exiles Accord. There's a brief pause as Ghost accepts it. Most gracious Anomaly blessed, transfer commencing. We shall continue our research into the other stolen strangelets. With further integrations, the remaining capsules will increase synchronicity, so a lot of big words, with the altar and allow us to impose a shifted perspective that ignores the cordons. By our observation of the strangelet beyond them, it is a delicate alignment, but our efforts can only improve through iteration. Okay. Still can't do anything with those. Campaign. Meet Lodi in the curtilage divide within the Exiles Accord. Consult with Lodi. Emeritus located. Locate the Emeritus in the Ionian campus. Okay. Bucky, not right now, buddy. Hi, Bucky. Okay, or don't. I was just petting you, dude. You're acting like you want to come up here, even though it's not a great time.
I hear you had a run-in with that Archon fellow. Or his cutouts, anyway. Apparently he's the leader of these exiled Elixni, but nobody's seen him in a long time. Real recluse. The Ionians say he can speak through the mouths of his followers. Like some kind of psychic thing. But that's absurd, right? Have you seen this little ventriloquist act? Huh. Well, I'll believe it when I see it myself. I suggest you do a little bang and burn to draw out their leadership. Once we know exactly who we're dealing with, we can do a more realistic threat assessment.
I haven't been very deep into the Exiles' Accord. They aren't fond of visitors. This architecture seems a little out of the box.
We've dealt with Elixni houses before, but this does feel different.
Lodi, I need to be frank. I don't buy your story.
Yeah. Well, you don't know the half of it. If I wasn't me, I also wouldn't buy my story.
What do you know about whatever brought you here?
Nothing. I woke up here in a singed suit after the most insane fall of my life. It seems the local Elixni had developed a parallel form of teleportation. They're using dark matter to create portals. If we want to infiltrate their sphere of influence, we'll need that capability. Mr. Drifter says you've got the skills for a smash and grab, so I suggest we go loud. Get us a sample of that tech and we'll be in business.
Oh, it was a lot easier? That's nice. So the campaign feels a lot easier. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey, progress, progress, my friend. Progress, progress.
This must be the House of Exile's new teleportation tech. It's mounted in an old cannon frame. That's handy. Scans show the power cell and space inverter have been tampered with. Those mechanisms have dark matter cores. They'll wear out fast. It looks like this mobile unit creates an entangled link between a jump pad and wherever you're aiming. Just be careful what you point it at.
That's fun.
Good work out there. You got some real moves. Normally, agents that skilled at wet work have checkered past. Makes me wonder how you came to be so dangerous. With expanded access, we can investigate those Elixni in earnest and find the truth about this so-called Archon. We've got some ideas on that. Catch up with me later to get started.
Okay, so now we can launch a time-lapse mission. And I got a cat. Hi, Bucky. Dude, not the microphone. Not the microphone. Bucky, I said not the microphone, buddy. Okay. All right, Bucky, say bye. Say bye. Bye, guys. Dude, you are persistent. He's my best friend. He's my buddy. But he is, when he decides he wants to be on your lap, he wants to be on your lap, which is fantastic. Love the cat. He's the man. But, but he is so aggressive, like headbutting and everything else, and he likes to headbutt my microphone stand, which in times past, by headbutting it repeatedly, he has made it shift and fall off the mount. So. Okay, so we've got 3 missions we can go do. What time is it? Ooh, okay, it's getting to be about when I'm gonna have to think about shutting it down. I assume, can we just launch? Oh, okay, so here's Crucible. So, I know they went to was it the director, right? And you used to be able to just, you would be able to launch. You would hop into here and like, oh, here's the quest I want, and okay, you can still do that, hitting under details. Okay. Yeah, So find all the data pads. So Empire Hunt. So we have to go to Europa for that. Kind of bugs me that it's day one. They got you on a new planet, and you know these seasonal challenges are like, oh hey, go to this place, go to this place. That's not where the new. It's not where the new thingy is. It's not where the new jammy jam is. Yeah, destinations, okay. Now, how does this look? Is this any different? This is a lot different. This is a lot different. So, I know they didn't add any new strikes. I know they didn't add any new Crucible maps, right? So, obviously, there's probably no new Gambit map. What I didn't do for any of this was, like, look to see... This is cool. I do like that they added a firing range. I mean, it's such a small thing, but when you want to play around with things. Yeah, yeah. Well, my thing with strikes and all that stuff these days is you want to go in and run strikes, because strikes, 5-10 minutes, depending on what strike they are. And so the length of strikes has increased more and more and more as we've gone on in the game. But then you also get these battlegrounds in the Vanguard, or you were, I don't know if that's happening anymore, but you were getting these battlegrounds in the Vanguard ops. Instead of making two separate playlists. Yes, it was hidden and it was mem, but like an actual, hopefully that we can go in and play around with all of our stuff, that would be great. Ooh, a number of free pieces of focused exotic armor are available to returning players in an archetype of your choice. Speak to Ada to learn
Guardians
more.
are all with one.
I mean, I was just coming to look at, like, I never looked at the vendors, like, I'm assuming, yeah, okay. All of this looks pretty much the same. How's your focused decoding looking? Nothing crazy. How are your bounties? Scout rifle.
Thanks.
Oh,
Till
yeah,
next.
we didn't tab over it.
So who won?
He's just selling an adept weapon? Like, this is an adept Nightfall, right? And he's just selling it? He's not even selling it. It's just free.
Stay out of sight.
Alright, well, let's go see what Ada's got for us.
Hello again.
Okay. Health as a primary, Satin class as a second. Specialist guaranteeing class as a primary and weapons as a second. Okay, Grenadier. We've been seeing a lot of Grenadier stuff. Paragon exotic, guaranteeing super as a primary and melee as the second. Interesting. Okay. So once again, we're going to have to completely learn how to we have to completely learn how to best gear our characters to get the results we're looking for. And there's only so many combinations. Like, what's better? Is class better, or is, you know, like, what's going to be the best thing to run with? I suppose it probably depends on your playstyle. Like, this, obviously, if you want health, you want to be harder to kill. Wait, hold on. It's giving you so we can literally pull 20 exotics? I mean, old exotics, repeating exotics, but, I mean, exotics the same. Wow, okay, so... like, this right here... yeah, wow, that's, yeah. Okay, so this thing, you get woven mail when grappling. Grappling's your grenade. It kind of makes sense that you would maybe want this to be a Grenadier focus. Don't go too crazy on your A button. You might end up buying multiple copies. Oh look, I already had one that it already pulled it as Grenadier. Oops. Oopsie! But now it's more powerful. Although I guess I can just do this. Okay, so... so where is that it? Liar's Handshake. Yeah, there we go. Cross counter. We'll have it as a melee, right? Because that's, you know, kind of feeds off melee. Super, it would make sense for Star Eater and Shards of Galanor, probably. I mean, if you're building around them, right? Where is Shards of Galanor? Where is that's Khepri, Galanor. There it is. And Orpheus Rig is probably the same thing. Mobility's not a thing anymore, so what should we do for Stompies? Well, are you on Savathun's Throne World? Like, where are you seeing all this stuff for crafting? Yeah, and I heard with the strand grappling, Stompies are kind of out of kind of outdated. I guess we would probably want... Yeah, but where are you seeing the option to... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Where are you seeing the option to craft it, is my question.
It's yours. You know where to find me.
Go to Hawthorne, okay. I've more or less been ignoring Hawthorne for years now at this point. Ever since my clan, everybody that I played this game with since Destiny 1, you know, we all got older, had kids, got married and things like that, and one by one they just started falling off from the game, so I haven't had anybody to do raids with or anything with for quite a while. I've been a solo player forever. I think that's... Yeah, I think this has been here for a while, though I'm not sure. Like I said, I've more or less ignored... Yeah, I had all of these back in the day. But yeah, I more or less ignored her for a very long time. Chattering Bone. God, I loved Chattering Bone. That was one of my favorite weapons.
Bye.
Some kids were playing Guardians and Cabal.
Yeah, because I've never done Garden. All my boys were retired from the game by the time that came around. And I just can't do Fireteam Finder. I could do, I suppose, but it's just my with my son's situation, you know, if something comes up, and I have to walk away, it's just not conducive to raiding. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the one experience I had before, yeah, where I got booted as a result of basically having an autistic kid, being an autistic kid in the background, you know. I mean, at this point, we can just dismantle any of this old stuff, right? Although I don't see the need to. It kind of sucks that we're gonna have to. Yeah. It really kind of sucks that we're gonna have to re-upgrade all of these exotics, but I guess it gives you something to do, something to grind for. Oh, I know what Vogue is. I'm very familiar with Vogue. Unfortunately, haven't been able to play it again
Perhaps
as much
a
as I'd like
barter
to
is
again,
warranted.
because the same situations mentioned previously. My boys are gone. All right, what does this new one do? Threaded spike detonates tangles and pulls them towards you. Okay, that's cool. That's a neat looking. It's a neat looking strand piece. Well, that's awesome, man. It'd be nice to get back into raiding. It'd be insanely nice to get back into raiding. Yeah. So they have an explorer's mode now, or an explorer mode, where you can do dungeons at an easier difficulty solo. So I did
It's easy math, Guardian. You got the silver.
I did a
Eververse has the
couple
goods.
of the dungeons that I'd never been able to do before. The Fighting Lion set. That's out there. I mean, is the Fighting Lion good now? I don't know.
Looking for anything in particular, Guardian?
But like, I think they really seemed like they limited the gear that can drop out of
You'll
it
return
in Explorer
homage,
mode.
me, Guardian.
I think. Yeah, that's true. And it is that and, like, the Prospectors, just like Destiny 2 Year 1 Season 1 exotics that, you know, everybody was just running around trying to get every exotic they could, and that was one of them. And it was just garbage, you know, it was just garbage. But I mean, also, like, Destiny 2 was not in a good spot when the Red War launched. Hold on, health. Increases the amount of health you gain each time you pick up an orb of power. Reduces flinching from incoming fire while aiming a weapon. Interesting.
I don't have training for that.
Yeah, it's there to learn the mechanics. I mean, I honestly didn't feel like the encounters were that much easier. Like, they didn't shorten the encounters at all. They played out the exact same. I really wish, really wish that they would let you put these store-bought exotic, these store-bought transmogs onto
I can
whatever
fix this.
you wanted, because yeah, I want to look like General Grievous. You know, I just want to, and I have to sacrifice that to have a piece
Not
of
gonna
exotic
be a
gear on.
problem.
Okay, so now here's my question. If you go to collections and you go to armor. Okay, so this was my question. If you could reacquire this stuff with the yeah, it won't let you reacquire this stuff. With the new archetypes, I guess. So you literally are gonna have to replace every single piece of your armor in order to build out all of these stats. So I mean, you can feed stuff to things for now, but start swapping them out. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Everything always changes in Destiny. Always. Every few years, they try to reinvent the wheel, and you know, we're at that point in the cycle. We're at wheel reinvention. It is what it is, you know. I mean, as much as I'm not looking forward to getting all new armor, getting all these armor pieces pulled again, and you know, these archetypes that are going to buff your stats are obviously going to be very, 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 very important. So.
When was the last time you can remember we were at peace?
What do we thank God in here, Graxy? Which babies? What are your babies? What are your babies?
That's it. I'm beat.
Is there a map of your journey?
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
I would trace your adventures and dream of my own.
The oldest encryption methodology. Sometimes. Well.
Yep, I remember it well. That's actually kind of fun. Okay, so Portal. This is the quick play thing. So here's the Edge of Fate.
There's a place on the East Tower where we go to watch the sun come up over the wall.
Rosetta 2, Relocator 2. And then we have a portal mission that it wants us to do. Okay, let's just do this mission real quick, and then I will
When was the last time you can remember we were at peace?
we'll do that mission real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Other than this matter transforming thing where you become the ball of light to zip in and out of tiny little places, I'm fairly happy with everything. Again, I'm not looking forward to having to replace and re-upgrade all my gear and relearn how best to, you know, what best works stat-wise for a hunter. But I guess everybody's in that boat, so we're all on a level playing field, and it's definitely going to be easier for new players that are like, oh hey, I want to see what's what, to come in and experience the game now and not have to, you know, worry about min-maxing quite as much, you know, because mobility's gone, resilience is gone, I mean, recovery's gone. It's all just into, you know, health and, you know, your powers basically, and then a little bit of weapon buffing. in order to have our class ability cool down fast, we needed to have the mobility. And sacrifice the thing that kept you alive and then the thing that healed you, you know, or got your health recovered faster, in the process. So it's definitely, though they did, yes, they cut it out for everybody, but that means all 3 Guardian classes, toughness-wise, are going to be on the same level, right? It's a little more of a balance. I'm not going to lie, that kind of scared the living shit out of me.
They're clearly very upset, and I don't blame them. Abduction is terrifying. I still haven't been able to suss out why talks with the Exiles went south. I mean, these are poor circumstances for negotiation.
The readings on Kepler are still spiking. The Singularity is still a threat. We'll need the Ionians' help if we want to open that lock.
What's up, kiddo? Yeah, because what do you need mobility for? Their float? Their float was already the best freaking mobility thing in the game. The Hunters having the ability to jump higher than everybody else with a lot of mobility, though, did give, like in Crucible and whatnot, did give an advantage. Am I going to have to become a little ball of light? Or am I just missing something? I hate it when it does that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think with Hunter, it's probably going to be health, class ability, and then grenade. That would be my guess. Although I suspect you can come pretty close to. I'm not going to say to maxing out. Everything, but I would suspect you can come pretty darn close to getting pretty darn high in a lot of areas.
That's just as many researchers as the Emeritus said there would be.
Teddy!
Didn't lose anyone. That's a relief.
I wonder if you might shed some light on something while we're still learning the language. This settlement is obviously well established, over decades if not centuries, but I see little in the way of weapon emplacements or true fortifications. Has there been no conflict all that time?
That's the gist I'm getting. The Vex are new, and the Elixni, well, they used to have a working trade relationship. Armed conflict is new for the locals.
Well, I would say just base right now, it feels like recovery's a lot faster on the hunters than it used to be.
You got my favorite thank you! Nice work, Guardian. You reunited the Ionians with their loved ones.
The scale of this problem concerns me. Our forces aren't so robust as to defend this whole settlement indefinitely, and defense is fruitless if we can't stabilize the Singularity. We just discovered a lost colony. This discovery changes how we see our own system. How many others are out there?
Well, that's new. It's kind of fun. You aim down the sights for a few seconds with these, and you get a homing rocket, it looks like. It's pretty cool.
Guardian, you have one new call.
You've made great strides in communicating with the Ionians. We've learned their language has multiple origins. Little wonder it needs such effort. Understanding comes not a moment too soon. Between the Elixni and the Vex, the situation here is unstable. And we have so much to learn from them. I followed your example in translating. Script first, then words. These notes you recovered, unbelievable. The advances this outlines in gravitational manipulation.
Without the light.
Okay, so
And
that's
that's
kind of
only
fun.
one thesis. I hope some of them at least will be amenable to returning to Earth. We cannot lose this connection. We simply can't.
Okay. So Kepler, not really ready for that yet, it doesn't look like. Okay. Well, let's get in here. We'll knock this mission out real quick, and then we'll call it a day after that.
The destructive activity in the agricultural zone is reading as Vex. They're the ones attacking the food supply.
Stop me if this one is obvious, but do Vex need to eat?
Not in any fashion we recognize.
Sounds like an empty life. Then this is just sabotage against the Ionians.
As if they weren't facing enough. The Nine, the Vex, and a singularity ripping the planet apart. That's too obvious a coincidence to ignore.
The Nine what?
Simply the Nine. They exist outside of time as far as we understand it. Difficult to confirm on the best of days.
Alright, where's my... This is the part that's going to bug me the most. Camera views, when you're in this little matter spark, are limited. I guess it's the vent. Okay. So we gotta roll up that vent. And it starts all the way back.
Looks like it's protecting something. Guardian, watch out. Okay. So it looks like we got ourselves a little hidden area right here. That pipe. No? Maybe. This is probably
Destabilized, yes. We need to get in to this room and blow that thing up. Is that it back there? Ah, they were not close to mark. Okay. That was a little new, having to come out of a
let
little
me pass on by before you showed up.
grate in the floor.
Excuse me? The Vex ignored you.
Guess I didn't see me as a threat. What can I say? I have a friendly face.
Lodi, how are you so adept with the Ionians' language? You said you've been here a few weeks, at best.
Oh, I was made for this. I'm a translator. I especially love languages I've never heard before.
There's the Vex. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down.
We gotta transform. See, this is, I think, where my annoyances actually become a thing. they're going to be very dependent on this mechanic, and it breaks up the combat, and the traversal with it isn't the greatest. They're not a gap in the truck. Shoot this shit? Like, why was it just not taking me down? This is gonna get Oh, there we go. This is old already. I'm already over this ladder smart shit.
Guardian, we should take a scan of that drive. See if there's any data stuck offline the Ionians need.
It's incredible. Terms I recognize mapped to advanced concepts, prefixes and suffixes as used in agricultural science. We can use this Let me do some analyzing, but this is a huge missing piece to understanding the Ionians.
Under the circumstances, what keeps the Ionians here? We could begin evacuation proceedings. They would be safe back on Earth.
But they wouldn't be home. They could take a piece of Kepler with them, sure, but it's not the same.
Homes can be replaced, but lives can't.
The Ionians might feel differently about that. This place is sacred to them. The universe determined they belong here. Singularity or not, we can't tell people to pack up and leave yet. Not without helping people who've been stranded from the rest of humanity.
Agreed. No one's leaving until we learn more. Lodi, those Vex. You need to know who controls them. Her name is Maya, the Conductor. She was human once.
What's her objective?
On the surface, to return our current time to a more prosperous one. But her true motive is to reunite with her spouse.
Neither of those sound particularly sinister, but I take it it's what she's willing to do to achieve that goal.
Maya has an ability. She can control whoever she pleases. She's commanding the Vex, a normally leaderless faction, and she's even taken hold of our allies to turn them against us. If she's here, she can do anything to get what she wants.
I know. The exiles have gotten into the, progenitor ship.
It's the remnants of the colony ship they arrived in. Any vibrational disruption could dislodge the lock and speed the Singularity's growth.
We'd better move fast. Someone once told me that a shuttle quarter that size can go up like a bomb.
Okay, so seasonal hub is in the portal, right? It's here. Seasonal hub. gonna have to explore more of what that's all about later. Interesting. I didn't scan through. I didn't scan through this stuff. Defeat targets with solar or stasis. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to. Okay, so yeah, you gotta make sure you scroll through and look at all of these, because there was more. I, for whatever reason, thought there was just the one, and then I noticed the arrow. And then the daily ones. Achieve grade B or better in a portal activity. Earn points by completing bonus and focus activities in portal activities. Certain operations have a bonus focus reward each day. Your first grade B score completion guarantees the reward. Future completions that day may also reward that item. Okay, so there's a lot of new systems and terms and things we need to wrap our head around. But it looks like this stuff, the quick play stuff. And, you know, there's a lot of ways to play. So here, Luminality, yeah, Luminality is a strike. You got a Battleground. You have Skywatch Solo Ops, Venture into the Lunar Complex and Beyond, single player. Nice little, they've got a time estimate, 5 to 10 minutes completion. Quick Play Normal Solo Ops playlist, 5 to 10 minutes. Crucible, obviously. I imagine when Iron Banner and all that's going on, that'll probably be into here too. I mean, I don't mind the seasonal hub at all. I don't mind it one bit, but it's just a lot of new stuff to learn and get used to. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I'll stream some more. I'm probably gonna, here in a little bit, just probably play on my own time a little bit later on, just to kind of get a better feel for things. But I'm not going to do any of the campaign off stream. I'll get back to the campaign later. I know that there are other bigger streamers who are bum rushing through the campaign, especially because they want to get ready for this is coming this weekend here in a few days. So I know a lot of people are going to be rushing to get their power up to be able to do the raid when it launches. I think it's Friday is when they're doing the chase. But hey, all in all, I'm not unhappy with any of it. That Matter Spark shit is a little annoying, but maybe it'll get better as I get more used to it. But we'll catch. I'll probably do another stream tomorrow, maybe, you know, over the next couple of days. But I do have to go run some errands later in the week, so there'll be a day where there's probably a gap. But anyways, we will catch everybody on the next one. I appreciate you